Hey there, James Kirtley from Dimensional Insight again. Today, in honor of the solar eclipse, we're going to learn about lookup rules. Get it? Look up rules, because the sun and the moon and eclipse and sorry, they don't really pay me to write jokes, do they? Anyway, lookup rules are the things that let you bring additional tables into your data, so it'll make more sense. Alyssa, our training expert, is going to walk you through the process and offer you some tips along the way. Alyssa, take it away.
In this demonstration, we'll create a lookup rule. You use a lookup rule when you can't find the data you need in an existing data set and must retrieve it from a separate file called a lookup table. A lookup rule gets information from a lookup table by matching certain values from each transactional record with values on a particular row of the lookup table. A lookup table has the following requirements. Has a file name with the prefix lookup_table_ and the extension .txt. For example, lookup table MS-DRG.txt. Has column headers, is tab delimited, and is located in the same directory that contains the factory file. For example, in our Measure Factory project, we have a lookup table that shows the CMS MS-DRG weights for each of 900 plus medical diseases and surgical procedures for the past 10 years. Our lookup rule will pull in the CMS MS-DRG weights from the lookup table. This information could be used in a variety of ways. For example, to create a measure that determines the average CMS MS-DRG weight for inpatients over a certain time period. A lookup table has the following components. One or more key fields. A key field contains data that appears in both the lookup table and the dataset. In our example, MS-DRG code is the key field. One or more column fields. A column field contains the data you want to pull into your dataset. A lookup rule can pull data from only one column field, but you might have multiple lookup rules, each of which pulls data from a different column field in the same lookup table. In our example, we're using CMS MS-DRG weight as our column field, so we can pull those values into our dataset and perform calculations with them. Start date and end date columns. These values allow you to change the mapping of keys and columns over time. In our example lookup table, the CMS MS-DRG weights change every year. The start and end date columns allow us to differentiate between the weight for MS-DRG code 001 in 2009 and the weight for the same code in 2010. Before you can create a lookup rule, you must declare the lookup table in your factory file and create a lookup for the lookup table. In this demonstration, we've already declared the lookup table and created the lookup. We haven't created the lookup rule yet, however, so let's do that now. We'll begin by double-clicking our factory file name, cfg.factory, to open the file. The Measures page opens, showing a list of the 8 measures currently in our factory file. We're creating a lookup rule, so we need to open the Rules page. Next, we'll click New. The New Rule pane opens. We're creating a lookup rule, so we'll select Lookup Rule in the Create box. The lookup rule references a lookup table associated with dataset accounts, so we'll select Accounts next to In Dataset. If we had more than one lookup defined for our dataset, we would have to specify it here. But because only one lookup has been defined for the dataset, that lookup MS-DRG is automatically selected for us. So we're now ready to click Create Rule. The new lookup rule is created and opens in the Detail pane with the default name New Rule 1. We'll name the rule CMS MS-DRG weight, which is the name of the lookup table column that contains the values we want to add to the dataset. Lookup rule CMS MS-DRG weight appears at the bottom of the list of rules on the Rules page. Now that we've created our lookup rule, we can refer to it by name in other rules, for example, calc rules. Here's a calc rule that refers to calc rule discharge and to our new lookup rule, CMS MS-DRG weight. So that's how you create a lookup rule. On the Rules page, you click New, select Lookup Rule, select the dataset for which you're creating the rule, enter the name of the lookup table, and click Create Rule. Then you name the rule using the name of your column field.
That is so awesome. What? Oh, you're back. I hope you liked this video. If you did, click on the like button and subscribe for more videos just like it. We'd like to hear from you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. I think I can't actually see anything. Are they still here? What? Anybody? Hello? Hello?